What's good? What's good? I got a good book this morning. Came in the mail. I read the back of it by Wallo 267. It's called F Them. And that's literally what it means, you know. It speaks on, from reading the back of it, I didn't read the book. Just people's opinions. You know what I mean? What do they mean to you? You know? Where is it coming from? Who is it coming from? The source. Is it a reliable source, or let me say a person that holds weight in your life? Because it's important to understand that if someone says something to you and you are being criticized about something, make sure that it is coming from someone that can help you, not someone that's trying to damage you. You know, I got another book that I am reading now. What is it? Simple Steps to Impossible Dreams. I got that from the Goodwill. That was like $3, you know. I've been holding on to it for a minute, but I'm really trying to get into my reading because that's what a lot of people have we get away from it. We graduate, we get away from school, and we stop educating ourselves. So I always make it a point to, you know, try to go back to the physical, read things that mean something or could help me somewhere. And it's a good book so far. You know, it actually speaks on criticism and how, what's up, Arch? And how this man and his wife walked into a pet store and a parrot said something and said the wife was ugly. Now, it's coming from a parrot. Is that really a reliable, you know, is that really something? Basically, what a parrot said didn't hold weight, and the man got offended by it. And it's like you gotta watch what you let affect you, because people gonna say things to you, but how will you take it? How will you respond to it? You know, it's just that people attack you in certain ways. People say things to you to try to get you fired up. You know, people say things to really try to help you. So try to understand where, you know, people's what people's intentions are and where what they saying is coming from. This is very important, man, because people will try to bring you down. How you doing, bro? I hope all is well with you, man. Well, I know all is well with you, bro. Stay locked on your mission, man. Whatever it is, stay locked on your mission, bro. Because there's a lot of distractions going on. I know it. We all dealing with them, but man, hit that Goodwill, bro. Get some books, cheap. I got that one by Wallo that just came out. You know, no matter what you're doing, whether you're doing good or bad, you doing for your kids or you not doing for your kids, people gonna talk about you. Or whether you getting money, you not getting money, man. There be family members trying to bring you down, bro. So stay locked. But this is really just about criticism, you know, facing criticism, being able to use it to build yourself as well, you know, because somebody might be telling you the right thing and you not seeing it because you so far into your emotions. So some people say things to try to really help you as well. You got to understand that the response is the difference. As long as you respond in a manner that is just one that won't get you in trouble, you know, basically you just got to learn how to make criticism, you know, your friend. Make it your friend. they throw something at you, it's just like it ain't gonna matter in you know, some years if you just maintain your focus, if you work on being successful, because nothing beats success anyway. Nothing beats success. As long as you work on being successful, what can somebody say to you? What can somebody, they call you ugly, what? Well, I'm living my life. I'm doing what I gotta do for my kids, my family. I'm successful in my own way. Because people gonna say things regardless. So, you know, live your life. You know, don't get caught up in what people try to do to you. Especially if it's coming from a person that ain't even on your level. And even if you feel like they are above you, if you feel that way, still don't let it affect you, because you want a mission. You want a journey. It's very important. It's very important to understand where you are in your life and how people will try to attack you. You know, and that's why I got these books. Because attacks come from different places. People do it on purpose. Sometimes people don't. You know, coming up, trying to do something for yourself, people always gonna have things to say. They can throw the stones. They can throw them. It ain't gonna mean nothing, you know, if you just learn to deal with it. It's gonna come from family. It's gonna come from people you just never expected, you know. Stay locked in is all I can say. Stay educated. Stay in your lane. You know. They'll learn to respect it. Whatever you got going on, they'll learn to respect it. Yeah, man. Get into reading. I got so many books. I'm reading them. I'm just in the dictionary. I got this from the Goodwill. I'm in a dictionary. I'm looking up words to use. I'm looking up new words to use. I'm widening my vocabulary. You know? It's all about educating yourself. It's all about growing while everybody else staying stagnant. You know? It's about seeing yourself in the future when everybody else is just seeing now. Everybody's stuck in now. Nobody looking 10 years down the line. You know? No, so are you really growing, or are you just getting older? That's the question you should be asking yourself. You're aging, but are you getting smarter? Are you getting wiser as you age? Or are you just stuck in the same cycle but getting older? Still going to the club like you was when you was in high school. You're still in the same cycle for 12 years. You're not really growing. You know, you're getting older, but you're not going to the next level. And educating yourself, reading the books, opening the dictionary, it widens your mind, you know. A lot of people just, they stuck. One track mind, small minded. And it's a wide world out here, you know. So tap in, get in that library, get outside. You can learn a lot by looking at nature. You go outside, listen to the birds sing, see how the birds fly in packs, and how do birds communicate? How is birds flying in packs and communicating like that? You know what I mean? How do they do it? And do it like one unit, and it's maybe hundreds of birds flying in one pack. Study nature, you know? There's so many ways to learn, because it don't always come from a book. It can come from experience as well. So, you know, it's all about growth. Everything is about growth. Don't be the same person you was last year. See, don't be that same person you was last year. Become better. Become better. Become better. It's that simple. Change up your circle. You still got that same circle. You scared to lose relationships. For what? You knew them for 15 years. What they do for you so far? Probably help you here and there. I mean, but you want to grow. You want to grow, and your environment only allows you to get but so big. You know, you won't outgrow the environment unless you expand your mind. So you got to learn to look at things a different way. And that's what I had to do for myself. I had to learn to look at things. Though I was in a boxed-in environment, I knew that reading, some YouTube, you know, putting myself in a position where there was people with more knowledge and power that I could absorb what they knew. So I'm just a combination of all that. I'm just a combination of all that. You know what I mean? It's never too much to open a book or step outside and really just put new things in your mind, or talk to somebody that you never talked to before. You know, a lot of people want to scream, "Oh, no new friends, no new friends." Well, what your old friends been doing for you? What your old friends been doing for you? You screaming no new friends, you still smoking blunts with the same group of people you've been smoking blunts with since 17 years old. Ain't no growth. Stop screaming no new friends. Meet new friends. That's the difference. You start meeting new people, you're going to learn new things. You're going to see different things. You'll know who to weed out and who not, that, you know, that should be in your circle. So wisen up. Wisen up. It's a big world and you stuck in a box like this. You stuck in a little circle like this, and it's a wide world. Like, you know, think about how you moving. Become aware, because people's intentions that you call your friend, you might have had a friend for so long, and they might see potential in you that you don't see in yourself. Excuse me, let me say this. Let me correct that. They might try to blindly bring you down. You don't see that they're trying to bring you down. You just keep moving along with it, and you be doing that for years. And it's like, you know, you don't see it. You don't see it. You got potential, but you stuck trying to maintain a relationship that ain't really helping you build nothing. You know, it ain't healthy, bro. It ain't healthy, sis. I'm telling you. You know, I'm doing different things with my life. Went out the other day. What I do, I picked dandelions. Me and my lady was pulling dandelions out the ground. I got dandelion water. You know, we chopped the roots. We separated the roots from the stem and the actual flower. I took the flower and fried them up. It was like chicken liver, bro. It was good eating. It was different. And what? I got the root in this cup right here. That's what I've been chewing on. You probably see my jaw moving. Dandelion root in water. It's healthy, bro. Find ways to become more healthy, physically, mentally. Last year, 50,000 push-ups. I still do my push-ups here and there and maintain my health physically. Mentally, you know, I always got the books. Beside me, and I dabble in them. I want to get better with it, but I dabble in them, you know, when I do have that free time. And what I want to start doing is getting through a book before I get to the next book, because I can book hop. I go from book. Now it's different when you're reading a dictionary, and then you just reading a book that you can read. So just keep working on yourself and moving forward. It's important. It's important in your aging process. Still a lot of people that are stuck in their ways, stuck chasing things that don't matter, like it don't matter. You stuck fighting your baby mom, and it's not helping you move forward, bro. Work on building your own business. Work on your physique. Work on your inner health. Expand your mind. You sitting there going back with BM all over social media or through text messages worrying about this, man. Some things you fight for it when you as long as you can. But if it ain't serving you, move forward. Move forward. Don't sit there and just stay in a fight, because it's not worth it in the long run. It's like boxing air. Some situations you got to look at the source. I'm telling you, always got to look back at the source. Are you dealing with somebody that's got a small mind, a bird brain, a peanut brain? You can't, if you feel that you are intelligent, a smart person, you sitting there going back and forth with somebody that just don't get it. That's just something you gotta let go. And that just all goes back into being critiqued and being judged, and it can wear you out and drive you away from your purpose in life. Remember your purpose. That's what's most important. Like what's your purpose? Because everybody has a purpose, but it's so much daily stress in life that you lose it. That you lose your purpose, and it's easy to get knocked off track. I was thinking about this the other day. You ever been driving and you going down the road and you turn over to look at that nice mansion or beautiful house and you're like, damn, that's nice. Or you take your eyes off the road. That's how easy it is to get distracted in life. You can be going forward driving, you behind the wheel, your life potentially in danger, but you turn your head to look and see if at this beautiful house, or at some type of bird maybe flying or something like that. Now, sometimes it's beneficial, sometimes it can hurt you if you stare too long. Just don't become distracted too long. That's the important thing. Just not being distracted too long. Let the distraction wake you up. Let the distraction make you aware, but don't get caught up in it. There's so many distractions. I heard in a video, distractions look like opportunities. So you might be on your mission. It might come as a girl that you wanted to have, and they is intriguing you, and you on your mission. Don't indulge, Brody. Don't indulge, bro. It's distractions that'll come that look like a reward. Somebody say, "Oh man, leave here and come over here with me, or leave here and come do your thing over here." Nah, it could be an opportunity, but you know what? I got a feeling that where I'm going is for me. This is for me, where I'm at. I'm not even going to step out of my lane. Distractions come in many forms. They really do. And people don't understand how one distraction can cost you a lot. It can cost you a lot. Because all it takes is one moment for you to get caught up in something that throws you totally off course. You know what I mean? And another point is, there is no GPS to success. It's not a GPS to success. It's not no route that you could put in and say, oh, take me here. You know, you gotta find your own way through the education, through the experiences of yourself and others, because it's very, very important, you know, to your growth. And I'm just talking about life in general. You know, life in general. It is, I can't even say, well, it is a game. It's a game, but it's one that if you put yourself in position and you understand that your time, you know, you make good use of your time, that you can beat the system. You can beat the system. But you got to put your time to use. If you out here joking, you know, you out here cutting up with your boys or whatever, and you don't think that your time is not going nowhere, you crazy. Your time is, I'm spending time on here talking, but this time is to help people that, you know, losing track. I get distracted as well, but I've exercised my mind to be able to focus more on what I prioritize. I prioritize what I do, the brand I'm building, the name I'm building, my children that I love because I know they watch as well. You know, what I say, what I watch, what messages I let in. You know, I prioritize high value things. Like, that's just me. You know, and if it's something small, I filter it out. I listen to it, and I can use that to help myself grow. So, you know, it's all about how you respond to what's thrown at you. Learn to respond good. Learn to respond wise. Learn to respond in a manner that will show that you are mature, that people can't just easily distract you. Because if someone can easily distract you, anybody can throw you off your game. Then you could be making $1,500 a week. Somebody come step on your shoe. You walking in the store, somebody come step on your shoe, and you get mad and start boxing somebody. Now you got an assault charge. Now you got a whole assault charge. You probably get it. You locked up. You might lose something. Look at the source, bro. Look at where it's coming from. And this person probably ain't have nothing. Ain't probably have nothing. And you gonna throw it away. So you gotta be wise in how you move, man. Be wise in how you move. Be wise in how you think. Be wise in what you put out. You know? Because what you put out, you're gonna get back. We all know that. What you put out, you're gonna get back. You putting out dirt, you putting out garbage, oh, it's gonna come back. The universe don't miss, bro. So make sure your energy is right. Make sure your intentions are right. Make sure you're not dealing with people that are doing those things. Because if it's 5 of them, you're gonna be the 6th one. You're gonna be the 6th one. I can bet that. Use your mind, bro. It's very, very, very crucial. You forget we got brains. You got a brain. Sometimes you can forget it. Most powerful thing in the world. We built skyscrapers. We sent people to space. We made computers with our brains. The most powerful tool. Use it. Money is just a tool. Yeah, now the money be people brain. Ain't that crazy? How the money override your brain? The money is the new brain. That's crazy. Money took your life over that you don't even think. You know? And it shouldn't be that way. You should move with intellect, with good morals, and think about who your decisions affect. Your kids, if you have them. You know, your mom, your dad, your, anybody that you are close to. You know, gotta be mindful, man. Seriously. Cause there's a lot going on out here, bro. And you can lose it. You can lose it, man. Every day somebody going to jail. Every day somebody, you know, something happening to them. Got sentenced to life. Somebody just got sentenced to life. Somebody did. Could have been you. Gratitude, bro. Being thankful you woke up with an opportunity to be able to, you know, live another day, breathe, to work, to be able to move, to be able to provide, to be able to have all your faculties, just to be able to do normal things. You know, that's why you can't be out here just doing anything, because you're able to do anything. You know, it's all about being thankful. Thankful, bro. I'm telling you. Because until you lose, when you lose that thing that you're taking for granted, you ain't gonna appreciate it. Some people can't take showers, man. You can hop in the shower every day. You can get up and walk every day. But you don't want to work. You got the ability to think clearly, but you don't want to think. Think about that. It's not affecting you, so it doesn't. You don't think about it. Think about it. Be more aware. You know, this life, man, it works in mysterious ways, and you can lose that. You can lose that as soon as you step out your doors. You know, you could lose your leg. You know what I mean? You could lose your arm. You know, we got hands. We got hands that work. Thankful just to be able to open my hands, bro. Use my thumbs. You know, people take small things for granted. You know, it's time that we become more thoughtful. We limit our complaining. Complaining will never stop, but we can limit it. Just limit the complaining, because it'll start to show in your life. You start complaining, things just start going downhill. They just start going downhill just because your mindset. And the mental training that we go through, it's like, it's not even, to be real, it's not even training. Meaning, and when I say that, like, the things that's put in front of us, social media, we on here joking. Most people, I can't even say we, because I don't have time for it. Most people on here joking, and you not understanding that you are absorbing part of the system. That's what they put in front of you to joke. I go back to the few weeks where they had T.I., 50 Cent beefing. Who was it the week after? It was Gucci, man, and Pooh Shiesty beefing. Then what they had, Offset got shot like 2 weeks later. You not see how this is working? T.I. 50, who was it? The other two guys, Gucci and Pooh Shiesty, then Offset. This all happened within a matter of a month and a half. You know, I see it, but I'm aware that I'm like, yo, why they got these rappers? Why they got people in the hip hop community going against each other? First off, for people to talk about it. Second off, just to keep you down here. at a low vibration, because these vibes are real. Vibration is real. Why you think they got these sensors on these cars now? You get so close to a car, try to slow your car down. It's something going on in between that range. It's a wave going on in between that range. Why you think we can hear the radio? You know, it's waves going on. Why you think Wi-Fi working? Why you think your Wi-Fi jumping? It's waves. And it's good energy and it's bad energy. And I maintain a high vibration as best as I can. We can all lose it at times, but I always come back to the foundation, the books, the positive thinking, the people that I listen to on YouTube. You know, it's always something that you can go to that will bring you to a realization that things are never too deep. Life is serious, but things are never that serious where you should jeopardize your time with your family, you know, meaning harm somebody and putting yourself in a system, because everything just made to keep you in a system. Whether they want you to go to school for 4 years and learn how to be a worker, or go to the jail system where you still gonna have to work for a lower wage, or like I said, just everyday worker after high school graduation, or going to the military. It's so much. It's so much that the system will try to put you through. But you gotta learn what you're dealing with. You gotta figure out what you're dealing with and know how to weed it out through the education. Left high school and just stop focusing on, you know, schooling yourself. Because school wasn't, to be real, school was that was daycare. School K through 12 was daycare. That wasn't that was daycare. You know, you probably learned some things and some lessons, you know, but all in all, you have to educate yourself. The real education begins once you walk across that stage and you're done. That's when the real education begins. And people not really ready for the truth, the real education, the knowledge that's in books, the knowledge that you're going to learn from a first-hand experience. Because things always going to go down, bro. Believe that. Things going to always go down. And if you're not prepared, then you just going to fall right in the loop. Preparation is key. Education, key. And I keep running back the same thing I'm saying every live until it's understood. Because it has to be understood. Our people, man, so brainwashed, bro. So brainwashed, and it's just sad. It's not really the vibe I'm going for, bro. Yeah. Just like I listen to music like this, you know, dope beats, things like that, but I'm not about to hurt nobody. I'm not taking it too serious. It's just dope. It's dope to me. But it don't make you want to go out here and hurt nobody or nothing like that. You know? I know what to filter out. I know what to filter out. A lot of people don't know what to filter out. You gotta learn what to filter out, man. It's key to becoming. Gotta be able to become the person for when that moment comes. Because if that moment, if you're not the person when your time comes, you could win $1 million tomorrow. The lottery hit for you tomorrow. If you don't know what to do with that money, you ain't no different than somebody that didn't earn the money. Because the first thing you gonna do is think that you have to take care of everybody around you. Or you might go get a house or something like that. But do you know what comes with getting that house? You know what I mean? Are you going to keep splurging? Are you going to burn your money up? That's the most important thing, is being able to, you know, prepare yourself for that moment. Whether you got a shot at let's say a job. Have you became the person that's ready for that? You could have that. You could have that degree. You could have it. But when you go to that interview, will you have the will you be able to contain yourself and limit your nervousness in that moment? Because you can blow it, but you gotta be built for it. And nobody wants to, not nobody, but most people don't take the time to build themselves. Build yourself. Build yourself. And keep working on you. Personal and professional. If you want to do a business, build yourself for that, because most people don't think you can be in the office with them. And that's just crazy. But it's all about what you put in. You know, the intellect, the intellectual part. Gotta be able to tell who's who, what's what, and be able to filter all of it out. It's that simple. If you don't know how to filter things out, if you don't know people's intentions, you don't even gotta know their intentions. You just gotta understand that there will be a response that you have to give. You know? And once you know that you are able, or you can respond in a proper manner, it's game over, bruh. Because people gonna try to get to you. People gonna try to get to you, but how you respond will show the person that you are. It's that simple. It's that simple. All about the response. People just don't know how to respond to things, and they get too emotional, and they get caught up in wanting their ego. Their ego gets the best of them, and they want to snap. Oh, I'm gonna hurt you. I'm gonna hurt you, bro. You ain't gotta hurt nobody over nothing, man. You ain't gotta hurt nobody over nothing. You don't have to. Because in a year or so, it probably won't be back. It won't matter probably, and you probably be sitting in the cell over something, all because somebody said a little something, and it hurt your pride. Put your pride to the side. That easy. Put your pride to the side. Most people can't. Most people gotta be like this. Most people want to get violent just because they felt like they got violated. Oh well, it happens. It's cool. You gotta know what to filter out. You know, I'm telling you, man. Every single move in life, crucial, bro. Crucial. Because one small moment, it can do some things. It can change your life for the better, for real. Let me speak on the better. It can change your life for the better. But we're so trained to see the negative side of things as people. You could probably remember 5 negative things a person said to you or did to you, but it ain't easy to remember 5 good things people have did to you or even said to you. You know, and that's because we've been so programmed that we're wired to just think negatively. Look what you see, you chicks watching baddies. Oh, they fighting. They fighting. So my hand's nice. Oh, yeah. Okay. You know, it's just all about knowing your next move. If you don't know your next move, you in the same spot, bro. You gotta be prepared, man. Prepared. Because there's a mental war going on that you and a lot of other people don't see. It's that simple. And they trying to, and this system is trying to persuade you blindly to not live the life that you deserve. It's real. It's real. Hey, Miss Karen. It is very real. People don't understand it. It's really, really cold. It's a really cold world. It's a really cold world. And you know, they got us stuck. They got most, not me, but they got most people just stuck in that, oh, I'm ready to watch the game. I'm gonna go watch the football game. Not me. I'm gonna be reading these books. Trying to go to the next level in my life because I want more. So it's always about going to that next level. Not being stuck in a loop. It's hard to go with family and have a good time and things like that, but you know, it's also a time to know that you got to be by yourself and want to just work on personal growth. And I spend a lot of time working on my personal growth because I know at the end of the day, it's always just me. And it's me and my thoughts. It ain't me and my siblings' thoughts. So I just take the time to, again, back to education, because it is so important to the person I'm working on becoming. I am becoming, but also the person that you are trying to become. You should work on your education. Education every day. Like I said, I'm going through the dictionary, just looking at new words to use. $2 book at the Goodwill. Education. I learned 4 new words today. I've probably seen them before, but you know, I'm writing them down, and I'm using these definitions. I'm writing down the definitions and the word, and just really taking the time to say I want to learn more, no matter if it's a little bit, or if I read 3 pages of another book, or 10 pages of another book, and just say, yeah, like I got a different perspective on how to go about being criticized. So that's just what it is. Every day you wake up, and that's to grow. Every day you wake up, and that's to become more, to be better than you were yesterday. It's not to go backwards, because life don't move backwards. You can think about yesterday, but you can't go back into yesterday. So all we can do is just work on our growth, and I just work on my growth. Whether it's learning 2 words, 3 words, or reading a page, or looking at the perspective, looking at someone else's perspective on a certain topic or event. Because things is happening through daily life that we can all see. It's so much going on that we can just learn something from anything. Like I said earlier, you don't always got to learn from a book. You can learn from just seeing somebody walking their dog and be like, why is that dog? Why is it stopping right there? Oh, why does it use the bathroom that way? You just don't know what you can learn from. Actually, I learned one of my tactics from dogs marking their territory. That's how I do my stickers. I said, I'm going to mark my stickers in different places like these dogs mark their territory. I'm going to be like how a dog does. So I'm just learning from just watching everything. and taking it and using it in my life is so important to be observant. I'm observant and I'm aware that life is it's always moving, new things are always coming out, and that I always have to be innovative in what I do. Being able to keep up with the new styles, being able to learn about AI and stuff like that. Like a few weeks ago, I'm not using no AI. What is AI? What is AI? AI is the future. And if you don't take the time to educate yourself on AI, cryptocurrency, and this new stuff that's coming out, you're going to get left behind. Just like when they came out with credit cards and debit cards and it was going away from money. That was probably scary. But it's all going to become the normal once we accept it. And it's just certain things that we have to learn to accept that this system is putting in place. When they came out with the internet, the internet is dangerous. I'm not getting online, this and that. I'm not doing that. Okay, you on the phone now. You on the phone now. We all use Facebook. We all use Instagram. But you wouldn't have said that back in 1990. You'd be like, what? I'm not signing up for that. They gonna take my money. No. It's just now it's a normal part of our lives. And whatever they're coming with now, AI, cryptocurrency, things like that, is going to be integrated into our everyday lives. So we will have to learn to adapt and not run from it, because that's when the problem's going to start. When we start running from it, you just don't want to run from what is being put in place. Just learn to use these systems to your advantage, because it's an advantage of being online. Like right now, my advantage is I can speak, I can share my views on an online platform. So, some people use this online platform to joke all day. And that's what we all get caught up in, is just the jokes. Everybody just wants to joke. And that's not what it's really about. It's about it here and there, but, just not getting caught up in it, because it can become a problem when you really get caught so far up in the social media game of laughing at everything and think it's a joke, that a year done pass you by and you be like, dang, I ain't do nothing for this whole year but joked. I ain't even grow my business. I didn't do nothing to push myself forward or try to get a promotion here at the job, or just try to do something to push myself forward, because I was so stuck in a loop of just being here on this social media thing playing, because these phones can take up our time, but it's good when you're getting good information. But if you just on here, thinking that time is not passing you by, shoot, time is moving. But it moves how fast you allow it to move. If you slow your mind down and you get back into the physical, and then can bring it on platforms like this that do live sessions or just do video, you can help people with their perspective. And I'm just here to help with perspective, because perspective gives you a different view. So I've listened to so many different people's perspectives through books, through videos. Perspective is so important, and it's something that I work on every day. And I'm open, and I'm glad that I'm mature enough to open myself to it, even if it's something I don't want to hear. It might be something I don't want to hear, but at the same time, I'm still open to listening to it, because in that moment, I might be like, this sounds like a little bit crazy, but I'm going to sit and listen, because as that person speaks, they might bring it more clarity, and it might make more sense. So I take my time to listen. Some things I do cut off. Some things I do. If it's just a long, drawn out hour and a half video, I'm like, all right, I can't watch this much. I can't watch this much at once for this long period. But if it's something that's like a minute and a half, I'm going to sit and listen to it as best I can and try to see that perspective on it. It's a lot of good perspectives on YouTube. I'm on YouTube more than anything. I'm on YouTube more than I'm on social media, honestly. I post on social media and I get off. You know, I don't get caught up in the views. I don't get caught up in the likes. I just keep moving with the program that I'm on, the system that I work in, what I'm trying to build, because it is easy to get caught up in that game of likes, views, what we think is entertainment, but it's really just a game to keep you on this platform, going through a period where you're just wasting time. My kids call it doom scrolling. I think that's the term for this new era. It's called doom scrolling, where you just scrolling and you've been on for 3 hours and you like, dang. You look up, it's 4:00 in the afternoon, and all you did was been on Facebook. You forgot to cook dinner and everything, and your stomach growling. You like, dang, I forgot. I'm hungry, but you done been on Facebook for the last 3 hours. So gotta pick your head up sometimes. Our heads be down in the phone like this. Sometimes you gotta pick your head up and look and see where you are. And I always make it a thing to pick my head up, and not get caught up in the phone. Sometimes I have to snap back into it too. And it's hard to get me caught up in the phone, because, like I said, the mental training I've been through is just it's one that keeps me aware. It's one that keeps me aware that I know that it's something else that I have to tend to. It's always more that I have to tend to outside of a phone. I do a lot on the phone, but it is for my progression in what I do. So I'm gonna get off my soapbox, and I hope y'all have a good Sunday. And take in consideration what I said, because it is a world that's trying to take you out mentally. It is mental warfare. So remember your purpose, remember your name, remember your vision, and remember that it's never too late to do anything that you set your mind to. That's my message. Y'all have a good Sunday.